welcome to episode 9 of the She Wants the D podcast. We are talking Cowboys Vikings, we're talking Cowboys Broncos, and we are getting your predictions. Here we go.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy!
This is She Wants the D, an all-new, all-female Dallas Cowboys podcast.
I am a monkey face. Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
And now your hosts, Jessica, JoJo, and Tracy.
I want me some glory hole.
Cowboys Vikings. I just want to start off by saying that I believe I won the prediction this week.
Yes, you did.
I was the closest. I did go through all the comments from the podcast last week.
Were you the closest?
I was the closest. I predicted an overtime win, 23-20. I did not get the overtime correct, but I almost did. I really thought I thought we were going into overtime. I really, really did, because I did not believe that he who shall not be named would be able to pull off a touchdown right there, but he did.
That little fucker did it. He did it.
He did it. I'll be damned. He did it.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, I believe we were all shocked and awed by that. Should we continue to call him he who shall not be named, or should we call him Ginger Kid, or is he going to be upgraded, or he's still he who shall not be named?
I say we shall name him. He almost made it. He almost made it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm calling him for now. He almost made it.
he almost made it. All right, we did get that W despite not having our precious Dakota. The Vikings did a decent job of shutting down the run and forced the QB to throw. Sometimes it wasn't pretty, but he did end up throwing for 325 yards with 2 touchdowns, one of those being the game winner. But let's not kid ourselves, okay? Because I saw a lot of people after the game on Facebook saying, I'm buying a number 10 jersey.
Idiots. Absolute idiots.
That is lunacy if I have ever heard it. I don't even know what to say about that. Because lest we not forget, it was our own Amari Cooper that was catching most of those balls, and one of those was almost an interception.
Yes.
So
How easily they forget.
how easily they forget. So let's not all go crazy here, and let's realize that this was a team effort, mostly due to our outstanding receiving core.
Yes, I concur.
Amari Cooper was fantastic. Wilson was fantastic. CD was fantastic. I gotta say, I am loving this play with Wilson, where they chuck him the ball and he passes it downfield.
I was just about to say that, dude. I love that when he passes the ball.
Dude, when they nail it, that play is so impressive. It is so impressive. When they nail it, I'm really, really loving it. The play calling on offense has been excellent this year. I'm very impressed with that.
It really has. And I'll give it to he almost made it too, man. He went out there, like you said, it wasn't perfect, but he made the plays that needed to be made when they needed to be made, and that's what you want from your backup quarterback. You don't expect him to go out there and be spectacular. You don't expect him to go out there and make these game-altering plays. You expect him to keep his mistakes down to a minimum. You expect him to go out there and execute when need be, and you expect him to at least go out there and play a competent game of football. And that's what he almost made it did, man. And when we needed him to make the play, I mean, hell, he made the play. I was shocked. Y'all don't even know. I was shocked. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you and me both. I really,
I was screaming to the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
I gotta say, when we got to the bar, because we went to a sports bar to watch the game, we got there just a little late. I think it was like 3 minutes into the first. And I saw my Dakota not even suited up on the sidelines, and my heart sank down into my stomach. And I thought, well, here's our second loss of the season. And
It was a bad feeling.
it was a bad feeling.
Did you see the pregame warm-ups where he was on the field and he was moving?
Yeah.
And he looked good. You know, I was like, oh my God, he looks so good. He's doing his little salsa warm-up. You know what I'm saying? He's doing those hips. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his groove on. And then, like, you see Mike McCarthy and the head of the training staff or the medical staff, they're all there talking. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to be like, all right, Dad, go out there and get your groove on, baby. And then literally 30 minutes later, they announced that he's not playing. It's like my heart sank. And I'm like, we have on this cute-ass outfit and this brand new Cowboys hat. And for what? Because we're about to go and lose this game.
Oh.
We did not lose the game. And, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I expected that boy to look a lot worse than he did. I really did.
He had Dak in his ear.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes, and actually, I'm so glad you brought that up, Tracy, because I want everyone that's listening to this podcast right now, if you have not already done it, I want you to go on YouTube and pull up Sounds from the Sidelines, this game between the Cowboys and the Vikings. There is a part where he who shall not be named threw his interception. He comes over to the sidelines and Dak tells him, that was my bad. That was on me. I got you. I'll do better next time. Because he was in his ear telling him what to do. And Dak took responsibility for that interception. That's what a leader does. That's the kind of man that we have leading this team. And I mean, even though he's not out there, he is still taking responsibility. He is still leading this team. And that's exactly what you want in your quarterback.
If you look at this entire season from the start to where we are, even that game against Tampa Bay where they were going toe-to-toe and everybody thought we were out of that game. And it's been like that all year. If you just watch the way this team moves, the way even if they're down a touchdown or two, they continue to just go out there and execute and learn from the mistakes in the game. I mean, it is the last time we have seen a Cowboys team that make mistakes in the game, and by the second half and the third and fourth quarter, you're like, okay, this is what we did wrong. Okay, I read this coverage wrong in the first half. Okay, I know this safety is probably gonna when he steps up, he's gonna probably try and make me believe he's gonna be a part of the blitz, and then he's gonna pull out. You know what I'm saying? And watch the secondary. And so you just see all of these different things developing during the game that you didn't see last year or the year before or the year before that.
Or the previous 10 years before that.
And that shows the leadership, not just within that, which is a very, very big component of this, because that team, the way they rally around and behind that, it literally gives me goosebumps.
Yes.
Because everybody knows that he's their leader and he is going to take the fall no matter if it's for the success or the failure. He is going to embrace all the criticism and everything that comes along with it. And I think that has been obvious this entire season. And the coaching staff too, man. You got to give it to them because they're putting these boys in position with these game plans every week to go out there and get the W. But yeah, I know I'm rambling, but I've just been impressed with this team as a totality. And that game with our backup in there, I think that's been the most impressive point so far.
Exactly. And I was listening to our last podcast when we were speaking on He Who Shall Not Be Named. And towards the end of the podcast, we all agreed that if we can get through this game with the injuries that we have and with He Who Shall Not Be Named under center, if we can pull that off, man, I really don't think there's a team that can stop us. I really don't. It's really impressive. I'm so happy with this season so far. I mean, even when we're down and out, we're really not down and out, and that is a feeling that we have not had as Cowboys fans in 25 years.
Yeah.
It's a foreign feeling. It's very foreign. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. You know that it's a very different rumbling in my tummy.
For sure.
I will say that, but it does not cause me the nervous energy I'm used to experiencing. But yeah, man, this team has shown resilience. It's shown the ability to bounce back, and it's shown the ability to go out there and get a W with their captain and leader on the sideline. And all of those things are very impressive.
I want to throw in what C.D. Lamb keeps saying. There's three of us. He keeps saying there's three of us.
Exactly right. Exactly.
He's referring to himself, Wilson, and Cooper.
Yep, he is. And he's right. I mean,
He's real right.
the receiving core is absolutely outstanding. There's not a boy in that position that cannot go up and grab that ball. It's just...
And can we talk about defense, too?
Defense has been...
Yeah. No turnovers, but, I mean, that's the goal every week. We want to keep them under 20 points, and they did, you know?
For sure.
Parsons got NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
He sure did. And this rookie class as a whole, I know I've said it before, but my God. I'm just so impressed with these young kids coming up and just the whole team. It's just really, really clicking. Randy freaking Gregory, man, he continues to just be a monster. That man is a monster, a literal living human monster.
Yeah, he is in it right now.
I mean, it's just so solid. It's so solid. I know that the beginning of the year we were ragging on defense, but they really turned it around. I don't really have anything bad to say, even about he who shall not be named. I mean...
Oh, man, almost made it, went out there and showed that he definitely earned the right to be the backup quarterback of this roster. And I did not believe that he would do anything productive out there on the field. And, I mean, he was able to move the chains. I mean, again, he was not perfect by any stretch. But when the plays needed to be made, he made them. And that's what you want.
Hey, man, 325 yards and 2 touchdowns is nothing to scoff your nose at. That's for sure.
Hell no. I ain't mad at it.
So, with that being said, let's get into our next matchup, Cowboys Broncos. The Broncos are last in their division at 4-4, but they're not horrible. They have a solid pass defense in their corner, Surtain. I always want to say Curtin, but I believe it's Surtain. I believe. They're not super great on the run, defense-wise, but not horrible either. And with a questionable Dak, they will be focused on making us throw the ball as much as possible, just like the Vikings did. We are at home. We are flying pretty high after this win. How are we feeling about this game if we go into it with he who shall not be named?
I think it's going to be just like the last game.
Yeah.
Viking game. I do. I don't know why, but I just feel like those two teams, we kind of play them the same. I love a good Cowboys-Denver game.
Yeah.
I love watching Denver hanged out. You know, they're not rivals, but they still play hard. You know, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I would agree with that, especially because I think they're going to be really focused on stopping the run. So I think it'll be a heavy passing game. And if that's the case, and we have our precious Dakota back, oof. However, if we're still rocking with he who shall not be named, I agree with Tracy. I think it'll go about the same. I think it'll be close. Maybe not as close, but I don't know. What do you think, JoJo?
I think that you guys are insane if you think that Dakota is going to be sitting out 2 weeks in a row. That's not possible.
Well, I know he doesn't want to.
On that pregame field, there's no way that he is going to allow them to make him sit out for another week. So I do believe Dak is going to be running the show as far as offensively this Sunday. I feel like we're going to go out there, and I feel like, I don't know, for some reason, the Broncos are going to be without Von Miller. He was just traded at the trade deadline, so
Yes.
that's a good thing that we don't have to worry about him coming off that edge rush.
Yes.
So I think we're going to get off to a slow start. I think Mike McCarthy and offensive coordinator are going to try and play it a little safe as far as what they call to protect that, because he's coming back off his injury, and I think once they see that he's all right, he's ready to let it rip, then we're going to take over the show. So I do believe that it's going to be a game that starts off slow, ends the way we expect it to, which is with a Cowboys W, and I do not believe it's going to be close. I think we're going to win by 2 scores.
If our Dakota is in there, I would agree with that. And the only reason I keep saying if is because as of right now, they're saying that it will be a game time decision. I know it's early, as we are recording this on a Wednesday morning. But, I don't know. I know that he wants to play, but it's really, really not his decision. So...
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He don't make the final call at the end of the day, so
yeah.
All we can do is put our fingers and wait.
I'm sure this last game he was thinking he was going to play, and they said no at the last second. So I am going to plan on he who shall not be named coming in. Maybe he starts the game, and maybe Dakota finishes, or maybe we have a Dak under center the whole time, which would be exactly what we all want. And that will lead us into our game predictions. Jojo, you already kind of said yours. So we're going to start with you. How are you feeling about this game, and what do you think the score is going to be?
Again, I think we'll get off to a slow start. We'll probably only score a field goal or a touchdown in the first quarter. But I do think that offense is going to get clicking like we have seen them do all year. And I'm looking at a final score of 31-21 Cowboys.
Nice. I like it. Tracy, what you got?
Oh, God.
Hey, don't let us down, Ma. You've been nailing it.
I'm going on the Cooper, he almost did it.
Okay.
That he's going to be in as well. Just to play it safe. I'm going to say it's going to be another defensive game. So low score. I'm going to say 21-13.
All right. I actually like that one quite a bit.
That is a good one. I like that one.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm going to first say what I want, and then I'll say what I think.
Yeah. What do you think? Two different things.
What I want...
Yes, 2 different things.
What I want is a healthy Dakota. What I want is a show. I want them to come out with the razzle-dazzle, and I want Dakota and this receiving core to light it up. We are at home. We are coming off of 2 very difficult wins, and I want a show. I want entertainment. I want lights, camera, action. And if my Dakota is in there, I am predicting a blowout at 44-16. If he who shall not be named is in there, then I will still predict a win, but a much closer game and a much lower score at 26-24 Cowboys. Still a win, but much closer and much lower. But I want a show. I want all the stars in there with all the glitz and glamour, and I want a blowout.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be so fun, and I want it.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
And I think that if Dak is in there, I think that that is what will happen. Not only because he's been sitting out but because I don't know if you guys have seen it, I'm sure you have. His grandmama passed away a couple of weeks ago. I know he was very close to his grandmother, and I think that if he is on that field, he will put on a show for her, and I think he'll pull out this win very commandingly.
I'll probably get drunk.
I'm sure you will. Although it is a noon game. Noon games are weird.
Yeah, they are weird.
They're weird.
No, man, it's weird getting drunk that early, right?
Yeah, I know. That's like,
Yep.
it's like breakfast brunchy times. So,
happens.
No, you got to get a little tipsy, but drunk, and then it's like, damn, now I can't focus on all the other things.
yeah, it'll be a nooner. It'll be, hopefully, a blowout win. But we fitting to see.
And that's it.
Don't forget to leave your comments with your predictions, and we always take a look at those and see who gets the closest. And we will come back next week with a very special She Wants the D episode, so don't miss it. We got a huge surprise for you guys coming up. Let's all go out, have fun on Sunday. Let's get this W. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!